Hello and welcome back to TNI-UK Impacted episode 195, coming to you live via the Total Non-Stop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch, and if you listen on the go, and we're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. Of course, we are there. I am your host, Bison, and today I'm joined by, of course, the man coming to us from the void of his own mind, the Joker, and of course, coming to us live from his local nightclub, LimpstarUK. Hi, guys. How we doing?
Hello.
We're here and not here. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm feeling in a good place, actually. Feeling in a real good place today. So, and I'm hoping that we're going to have a real good show. There's some loads of cool shit going down to talk about. So
we won't be ducking and diving in the void that much now that we're live.
Hopefully not, Joe. Hopefully not. But we're all good. Now, I'm noticing we've already got a very, very good good live attendance already. Let me have a look. So we've got Somerset. He was the first to comment. Terence is in the house. Eric is in the house. Zach, Mir, Bonkers.
Birthday boy this Sunday, Mir.
Yeah, Paul Matthewson. Keith Goldman's in the house. So we're looking good. We're looking good. Don't forget, guys, to say hello when you join us. If you're there, we'd like to know. And of course, remember to leave all your comments, anything that we're talking about. We want to know your views on everything as well. But remember, guys, we will get to everything. If there's anything at the end that you think we've missed, then feel free to bang it in. But just remember, we have pretty much opinions on most things, and we try and include as much as we possibly can. So any of the big stuff, I guarantee you it'll be in there. Just bear with us. Bonus, baby. Nice to see you, buddy. Right, okay, so let's get into the news, rumours, and of course, now we've got the Xplosion. We've got the NXT, TNA, and the Impact recap of the week to come. So, oh my God, I just noticed on my notes I put not week. There you go. I'm going to change that.
Like an edge to Jeff Hardy going wee when
Yeah.
he was talking about WWE.
That's it. You got to remember. You see, I'm exactly the same as what's his name? Ron Burgundy. I read exactly what is on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill's vagina.
So there you go. What a classic, eh? Rob Burgundy. Not Rob. What an idiot. Ron Burgundy.
That was his brother.
his brother Rob. Anyway,
Ron Burgundy.
But anyway, what I want to kick off with, just to get this one, discussed straight off, our condolences to the friends and family of Samoan legend Afa Anoa Sr., one half, of course, of the legendary Wild Samoans tag team. Our condolences go out to your friends and family. Sad news.
Fucking news. I was really, really shocked when I read that. I was like, whoa. Not another legend, but fucking hell, this is just like one of the teams that even if you haven't seen them, you've heard of them.
Oh, everyone's heard of the Wild Samoans, really. And
Wow.
if anybody, I mean, obviously related to The Rock as well.
Yeah.
But of course, if anybody knows as what's Young Rock, the show Young Rock, I love the guys that they use to almost kind of imitate the Wild Samoans in that show is fantastic. They proper good, really good. So anyway, if you haven't watched the Young Rock, you need to go and check it out because it is quite funny. Okay, now the official 1-of-1 own a piece of TNA history with this 1-of-1 match illustrated by Jeff Hardy. It's autographed and inscribed. It's a 10-foot long masterpiece, and it's up for auction, and all proceeds benefiting the American Cancer Society, which is obviously per Jeff Hardy's request. If you haven't seen this already, you need to go and check it out because it's proper cool. And I have to say, if I had some spare cash, I'd be bidding on it because it's very cool. Very, very cool, in fact. Have you seen it, Joe?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Have you seen the pictures of him actually doing it? Like,
Yeah,
spraying it up, and
it's
like,
fantastic.
I believe it's basically a 10-foot sort of kind of square cut of the TNA Plus from an in-ring used kind of
Yeah,
ring mat or whatever. They sort of kind of cut it, and then he's literally kind of spray painted it and added pictures to it and signed it and all the rest of it. One of one, complete unique piece, all done by of course the legendary Jeff Hardy. We know that he's a hell of an artist. But if you haven't seen it, head over to the YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, the eBay of TNA, and it's on there, and it's up for auction now. Go and check it out. It's very, very cool. Have you seen it, Craig?
I haven't.
Oh, mate, you need to check it out. It's very cool.
It's on their website too. They've advertised
now.
it on their website.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Now, something else I wanted to talk to everybody about. This is something close to my heart because I'm a big fan of Su Yung. It's probably, I think, everybody knows. But Su Yung received a pretty nasty chair shot to the face, causing stitches to her face, 2 black eyes, and a pretty nasty concussion. She will now be out of action for some time, having to cancel several shows, appearances, etc. Of course, being a mum, this now means she has no revenue to support her recovery. So if anybody can help support her at this time during her recovery and healing before she can get herself back in there and earning again, get yourselves over to her big cartel site. Buy some signed merch, or if you're feeling flush, why not visit the GoFundMe page and donate whatever you can. Remember, every little helps. And of course, it's a tough time for her at the moment where she can't earn a living right now. So if you can help Sue, then please do. If you can't, then no problem. But at the end of the day, every single minor little amount helps keep Sue in a better place. But it was a pretty nasty chair shot. Now, I'm not sure if anybody's actually seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm fucking angry about it, to be honest.
I mean, if you watch, as the guy throws the chair, it turns and then hits her edge on as opposed to flat.
Yeah.
It hits her slap bang in the middle of her face.
Yeah.
And I think she said to me she had 8 stitches or something down this part of her face, down here.
Yeah.
Because I've spoken to her in the week, and she was saying that she got these stitches down her face, got obviously 2 black eyes and a pretty nasty concussion. And pretty much ever since it's happened, she's had a headache, which is not helped. Not help things at all.
We saw an unprotected chair like that literally like last week in AEW in that big cage match they had, and people were up in arms about that, and then the same thing happens to Su Yung on the independent scene.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
Sorry, that is correct, Simon. I forgot that she's had a fractured skull. So she's got a fractured skull.
Yeah,
I've had one of them.
Yeah. And like I said, she proper took it in the face. Let's put it that way. And it's a tough call for her now, because obviously she's going to be out for a little while, not being able to earn any money. So if you can help Sue, she's got a GoFundMe page going on. But I mean, the other way, of course, is to just go and buy some merch. Go on her big cartel. All the links are down below. They're actually all down below. We're going to make sure that the links go into the chat as well, or on the comments after the show.
Post-show, I'll drop the links into the comments, but they are on the YouTube video description for anyone listening. Jump onto the YouTube channel and jump
all
onto
the links are there. Go over there. And I'll tell you what, she's got a really cool new shirt out at the moment, a really cool new design. If they had my size, I was going to buy it as well, because I was going to buy it anyway, but unfortunately it doesn't go to 3XL and it goes at the 2XL, so it'll be a little
get one for Boomer.
What, a 2XL, you reckon? Maybe I could get one.
Get a shirt for Boomer.
That's a point, actually. I could do, couldn't I?
Yeah,
I might do that. But there's also a great 10x8 or 8x10 signed 8x10, which is really cool as well. So worth doing it. Go over, support Sue in her recovery, and it's going to be great. So for her to sort of kind of the support that she's been getting has been great. I if we can support her in any way, shape, or form, if you guys, the TNI fan base, and get out there, support Sue, she would appreciate that immensely. Okay, so a new Immersed following the Road to Slammiversary from Mike Bailey and Mustafa Ali has been released. Now, I've not got a chance to see this yet. I'm looking forward to it. I love the Immersed series. I think they're brilliant. And George Barbosa, who is the director and producer of these, does an amazing job. And I believe it's available on YouTube and TNA Plus. So go and check that out. Certainly worth checking it out. And I don't think Mustafa Ali's done. I think he's got a tour booked for Australia. I think he's down in Australia for a month. They haven't now. They did a cleanup of the roster page, and they haven't taken him off.
Yeah. I don't think he's done yet, but
I don't think he's done. I think his current kind of work they'd obviously set up for him is done. He's going to go away for a bit, and I think we might see him turn up again in the future. What do you guys think?
We got to see Nemeth versus Ali too. We got Ospreay versus Alexander too. We got to get Nemeth versus Ali too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was a bloody good match.
I really thought that Ali was going to be the new version of Option C. The way that he was going, the way he conducts himself. You can't turn your head away from the screen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And I really thought he would have been Option C.
I totally agree with you. I thought it was going to go that way as well, but it's just shame. It's obviously they had a program set up for a certain length of time. It's ran its course. He was always going to lose at Slammiversary. It was always probably going to be Mike Bailey taking it because of where it was. That was what it was all about, building that back up again and going bam, have some of that. Mike Bailey's now the man. Is going to take it forward, and fingers crossed, we'll see where that goes. Can I just say a huge happy birthday to the UK legend Trent Seven?
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend, the mustache.
The mustache mountain.
The mustache mountain. He's I'm not going to tell you how old he is, but he's getting on a bit. But I'm not going to tell you how old he is.
Is he?
He is a little bit, yeah. Emergence matches announced so far. So we've got Spitfire and Jordan Grace versus Militia and, of course, Ash by Elegance. I think that's going to be great.
Wonderful!
I think that's going to be great. I'm all up for that one. What are your thoughts when you saw that one come out, Craig?
I thought it was really good, to be fair, because Spitfire as well. I think they're Spitfire, they're kind of falling under the radar. I don't think people are giving them their flowers just yet. But when you see them on screen together, especially with how they're doing their skits and stuff like that, I reckon that we've got quite a solid future knockouts tag team there, because they kind of just gel well together. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, I'm always going to favour them over Militia. Always.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not being. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Masha Slamovich fan. But other than the fact that Alicia's got a great ass, I'm not down with it. I'm not down with it, no. To be honest. I mean, we need Killer Kelly back. We need that. That's what we need.
Yeah.
MK Ultra, we need a reunite. MK Ultra, and now we're talking. But yes, I like this mashup though. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be good. I like the idea that they're continuing on this Ash by Elegance versus Jordan type thing going on. Ash has proved herself now, so and I'm liking this more aggressive. This is what I was saying. I think this is what we were saying before.
Yeah.
That the character stuff was starting to get boring. We need to see more kind of aggression. We want to see the nasty side of Ash. We want to see her being a badass and going in the ring. That's what we want to see. other than all this fucking pageantry, bloody pantomime bullshit. Let's you know what I mean? That's not what we want to see.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to get her over, she's got to show how great she is in the ring. You know what I mean? I agree,
Yeah.
Bob. I agree. Dani Luna is amazing. So again, and I love Spitfire as well. I think the pairing of Jody Threat and Dani Luna is genius, absolute genius. I think they're a great tag team. I love the way that they built these guys together. I think they're great. So that's all good. Now, of course, after following this past week's Impact, Nick Nemeth will also face Josh Alexander in a 1-hour Iron Man match. Now,
Incredible match they had this week. That was amazing. The last week it was amazing, and then for it to go to this, wow!
Exactly.
Wow.
This is going to be incredible. My only worry on this one is it, and I'm not kind of a worry, is Nick Nemeth has only just won the title, and I can see Josh winning this at Emergence, which would mean that Nick has only lasted like a month.
But Josh Alexander is saying he's a transitional champion and then backing it up.
Yeah, and this is the thing. This is what I don't, which is what I'm worried about. Because as much as I love Josh Alexander and I know that he's going to be well worthy of winning the title back, I just
he is the Iron Man after all.
That's what I mean. I don't want him to lose his Iron Man kind of mantle, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, I don't want to see Nick Nemeth lose the title like literally after a month.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that at all. I don't want Nick Nemeth to be a transitional champion.
No, don't need that. Not with Nemeth. No.
He is the biggest draw, the biggest name on the car, or on the roster. We you can't do that to him. So I really hope that that's not the case. But I think this is going to be an incredible match. Incredible, because both guys are fantastic wrestlers. I think a match like this is Nick Nemeth's dream come true, I think.
Definitely. If you read his interview, he had an interview recently on Busted Open Radio, I think it was. Yeah. And he spoke about how Scott D'Amore, Brian Myers, and Bobby Roode said to him, "Go to TNA and come and have a look at what the roster can offer you." And he's been so impressed with everything that's happened, and it's literally changed his entire perspective on wrestling around. He was close to giving up when his contract ended at WWE, and he comes over to TNA just to see what happens, just to see what it's like, not expecting huge things, and then it's like, fucking hell, this is amazing. I love wrestling again.
Yeah.
That's just so good. So nice to see. And he recently lost the AAA championship to Alberto Patron. So we were talking about this last night. This could mean that more attention is now going to be on TNA. So when he'll lose the title at Emergence, he's gonna be putting a lot more into it to get it back, or hold Josh Alexander off more, because I can see.
Yeah, I honestly believe that the reason that title's been dropped is more to do with the fact that he wants to commit more time to TNA. And if that's the case, I think we're going to see Nick Nemeth an awful lot leading up to Bound for Glory, especially. And I'm sorry, but other than Joe Hendry, you have to say that Nick Nemeth is probably the biggest draw of the company now. And Joe Hendry at the moment, is on fire, and will potentially bring more eyes to TNA. But of course, once those eyes get there, they're going to stay for other people, which is exactly the same with Nick. At the end of the day, Nick is going to be drawing eyes to TNA because of what he's saying about TNA, because of the fact he's now champion. He's going to be drawing more attention to TNA. I do believe that Joe Hendry will eventually be world champion. I just don't think it's until Bound for Glory.
No.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to see on that one. But yeah, some big stuff planned for Emergence. I'm excited to see what else we're going to get. But I think the 2 matches announced already are about, well, 3 matches if you include the Ultimate X. But the 3 matches that we've got so far, I think.
That shape they got to be bloody good too.
It's fantastic. Okay. So Simon Plum saying that Nick said he wanted to stay a free agent for a year.
Yeah.
Now, if he signed anywhere after that, TNA was going to be the first choice. So I think that could well be on the cards, the way things are going. I agree. I totally agree. I think he's come along. He's gone. Fuck me. I love this. I want to sign this company. You know. I think that's where we're going. Okay. Let's take a look at NXTNA, shall we?
Yeah.
So Joe Hendry wins a 3-way, and he will now face. And it was a hell of a match as well. Oh, an incredible match. And
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I can't believe I've said his name about 4 or 5 times, and that's the first one. Okay, so a great match. Ethan Page comes in, causes a bit of a fracas, but Joe Hendry manages to get the win over Pete Dunne in the end. Fantastic match. I really enjoyed it. Again, I have to say, guys, I only really watched the TNA talent parts of NXT, but there you go. So really good match. I really enjoyed it. Great. I mean, Pete Dunne's amazing. So much time for him anyway. He's amazing. But this now means that Joe Hendry goes on to face Ethan Page at NXT No Mercy pay-per-view. How cool is that?
That's amazing.
It's the main event, right? How
Yeah.
cool is that?
Wow.
I cannot see Joe winning it because I have a funny feeling that Josh Alexander is going to get involved.
Yeah, or Moose is going to get
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah, I think it's Joe. It doesn't make sense, Moose. It's got to be.
I think
Yeah,
Josh. Yeah. I think Josh gets involved. He's got a history with Ethan Page as well, isn't he? So
Yeah.
I reckon like maybe Joe Hendry's fighting Ethan Page. Josh comes out but helps Ethan Page because
Exactly, that's what I'm
got a
saying.
link
That's
or
what I
something.
think is going to
Yeah,
happen. I think that's going to happen because I cannot see WWE putting whether it's NXT or WWE title on a TNA talent. I can't see it happening, but you never know.
Yeah.
Because he is over like fucking rocking horse, and I mean, he's proper over, mate. He is proper over.
Yeah.
But also his promo that he did. They did this section where you had Wesley being interviewed by whoever, I don't know who their interviewers are, was being interviewed, and he was, doing a good promo, good solid interview. It was really good. And then they sort of kind of like did this 2-window thing where you had Wesley and then Joe was being interviewed by another girl on the other side. I don't know who these people are. And then Joe, for me, gave the promo of his life.
Okay.
I thought it was an amazing promo. So go and check it out because it was shared by TNA.
Okay.
Go check it out. It's on the WWE.
It's bloody mental, isn't it? When you think about it, like give it a few years ago, and if you told me a few years ago, we'll have our people on NXT and stuff like that, and we'll have NXT wrestlers, I would have been like, you're just playing like WWE 2K or something like that on on your Xbox or whatever. It would have been a lie, but like the fact that there is this crossover in that, and we're just seeing more and more. Like we've just had that guy in the triple threat and get a place at Ultimate X, haven't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mental. I can't like it's one of those things where people are like, oh, you watch wrestling. I'm like, it's the most exciting thing out there right now. You wouldn't believe it.
Exactly. It's amazing. I'm loving it in a minute. And of course, Wentz also attacks Wesley. So I'm pretty certain. I don't think it's been announced yet. I haven't seen it being announced, but I'm sure that we're also going to get Wentz versus Wesley at No Mercy. Obviously, he's not now. Obviously, now Wesley's not going to be in the main event with Ethan Page. That's now Joe. I can see that being a match. So we're going to get Wentz versus. We're going to get like a grudge match.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what we're
good.
going to get. Yeah. So that was pretty much the TNA elements from NXT last night. Also, what I wanted.
There's rumours that Another Knockout is going to be heading over soon.
Who?
I'm not sure yet, but I've been reading the comments from the start of the show. Rumours are Another Knockout is going to be heading over to NXT soon.
Okay.
So that's going to be interesting to see who it is.
Yeah, I still think we need to get we 100% need to get someone like Natalia over to TNA right now. We need to get another like, whoa, bloody hell, she's gone to TNA. You know, we need one of those moments coming. ODB appears to be proper on it right now. She's getting herself ready for an in-ring return. She looks in great shape. I saw some videos today. She was lifting some serious weights. She's strong. She's getting big, and she's getting ready to burst back onto the scene. Yeah, interesting. I think I'd love to see her back in TNA. Some idiot on X the other day said that she wasn't very good in the ring. I'm like, what the fuck have you been watching? Boom! Yeah, I got it.
ODB shot him down. I saw her response to that. She shot him down completely. It was brilliant.
Oh, did you see? Did she really?
Yeah, she shot him down.
I responded to that twat as well. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, mate, you idiot?
Yeah.
But look, Zach Bonifer, one dirty Bison.
Oh, God.
Yeah, baby. ODB, bam. So, yes, I'd love to see her turn up on TNA. I think that'd be great. On one of those open challenges from Jordan Grace would be cool.
Yeah.
You know, and it wouldn't be bad because at the end of the day, she is a former knocked-up champ. I mean,
and they face each other as well. They face off at least twice, and they have bloody good matches against each other and as a tag team.
Exactly.
Knocked up champ.
I
just want to know if her and Eric Young ever did get divorced.
Yeah, we haven't got the answers to that.
That's interesting.
Do you know what I mean? If she comes back and then Eric's like, "Oh shit, the ex is there."
Oh, fuck. The wife's not going to be happy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, let's talk about Xplosion. So we had, is it Mila Moore versus Zaya Brookside? Mila Moore put up a valiant effort, really good match. But in the end, Zaya Brookside's devastating Brooksy bomb sealed the victory. I thought it was a pretty good match, actually. I really enjoyed it. They're showing some interesting talents. Over the, on Xplosion, we've seen we must have seen at least 6 or 7 different knockouts or female talents over the last year or so. We've seen some good stuff, and I'm just wondering that they're using Xplosion to really have a good look at some of these talents, because from what Gail was saying, they're looking to bring in some more knockouts towards the end of the year. So it'll be good to see maybe 1 or 2 of these fantastic talents that we've seen on Xplosion turn up, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
So it'd be good. Gia Miller then went around the ring with Ace Austin, her man. They sort of kind of spoke about the fact that they are an item, which was quite nice. She talked about when they get married and all sorts of stuff like that. Did you see his look on his face when she mentioned that?
Yeah, it's like, no, not yet. No.
Yeah, that was cool.
I love that she brought him back on. Her big excuse was because he was a guinea pig when she first went around the ring. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was great too. That was so good to get to know them a bit more. It was really, really nice.
I agree with Terrence Sullivan, by the way. He's saying Xplosion has been really good lately. I think it has. I think the matches, the whole 2-match format, keep it that way, guys. Keep it that way. We then had the main event, which was Casey Navarro versus Eric Young. Now, this was a hot match between the two of them, with Casey really showing off his in-ring ability, but he was no match, of course, for the veteran Eric Young, as EY picks up the victory. But it was a great match.
I loved it, where Casey Navarro really getting all cocky and in his face and like doing the rope grab and everything, and as he whipped Eric Young through the rope, and it was all brilliant. And Eric Young just goes up to him, shunts him in the face. It's just like,
and of course, Casey is being very vocal at the moment about he clearly wants to be a part of the TNA roster.
Yeah,
he's making a lot of noise about that. So who knows? Maybe in the future, Casey we could see as a permanent fixture on the roster. I don't know, but he's certainly doing everything he possibly can to showcase himself. That's for sure. Including a promo, actually, that was on the social media. If anybody saw that, where he was coming out of somewhere and somebody caught him and he did a promo, which I thought was really good. about watching him on Xplosion. He had a match on Xplosion, or demanded a match on Xplosion or some shit. But it was good. It was very good. So, yes, let's talk about Impact. Yeah, let's talk about Impact, shall we? So the show opened with the Ultimate X qualifier. Now we had Chris Bay versus John Skyler, Riley Osbourne. Again, after a great show of fast-paced wrestling, high-flying. I mean, it was just good. Some really cool shit. There was some
It was nuts.
some really nutty combinations going on, which I thought was really cool.
The ultimate finesser, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay.
For me, Chris Bay was never going to win this because as soon as
I
you
was
take,
so gladly proven wrong. If everyone remembers last week, I said we we're going to get Ace and Bay through. I was so gladly proven wrong. This match was
it's difficult, isn't it? You're not. Why would you? I don't know. I suppose you could, but you'd be taking out your tag champions out of a big event, wouldn't you? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, but in the end, obviously NXT star Riley Osbourne
he was so impressive.
Yeah, he
My
managed
God,
to pick the win. And of course, he now gets his place at Emergence in the Ultimate X match. So we've got an NXT star in there, which again, like you say, that's going to be pretty cool. And a first, of course. So we're picking up some firsts here, which is pretty good. Then Gia Miller catches up with Nick Nemeth as he arrives at the arena and gets his thoughts on his main event match with Josh Alexander for the TNA World Championship later that night. That was interesting. Nick doing his usuals, just being his usual cocky self. He's the man. Santana Marella is in the ring and he calls out Matt Cardona based on events that transpired last week on TNA Impact when he ruined Steph De Lander and PCO's honeymoon by attacking PCO before he could get there. He gives Matt Cardona a chance to sign a contract to face PCO in Tampa, and if Cardona doesn't sign it, Santana will send him to jail for assault, basically.
Go to the slammer.
In the slammer. So, yeah, that was interesting. He sends Cardona off to think about it, and that's where we're at that moment. Now,
Son of a gun.
He was son of a gun. We then hear from Steve Maclin, who has clearly got his sights, or his he's got his sights set on EY.
His scopes on Eric.
Yeah, he's got his scope. He's got his scope set on EY. So I think we might be hearing some in the new future for EY.
I hope so.
I do too. That will be incredible. Tasha Steelz versus Gisele Shaw. Now, minutes into the match, Tasha does what she does best and tries to use a wrench from under the ring. But the added referee stops her after getting caught cheating again. Tasha Steelz gets hit with the denouncement knee strike from Shaw, suffering, and then obviously eventually gets the win. So, without Tasha being able to cheat, she wasn't able to beat Gisele Shaw. Giselle's looking great in a minute. She had a great match on Xplosion the other day, and now another good match with Tasha Steelz. God, pardon me, guys. I don't know where that came from. Wow. Anyway, so that was a good match. A very, very good match. Did you get this one, Craig?
I did. Yes. Very, very good match. It was it was a banger. It was just like you see all the way that the stories unfolding and stuff like that. Santana is back with a vengeance. Do you know what I mean? Like I was always skeptical of Santana when he was coming back because I thought you can't really have Santana without Ortiz, because of their legacy with LAX. Obviously, in real life they don't get on and stuff like that. They had their little stint in AEW where they weren't used correctly. So obviously we've got Santana back now, and I see him as a future champ. I really do. But I can see him probably pipping the post to a few others because the guy means business. And obviously, I know that he lost this match, but you know, you got to think he's taken on the system, and he's been laid out and stuff like that, and he's come out had a match, and you know, I think that we're getting him in his best years. You look at like his condition now. He's going to be a champ, I swear.
I take it you've moved on to Mike Santana there.
Sorry, I was reading at the same time.
We were talking about Gisele Shaw, but there you go.
Yeah, well, like so they've got likeness in the fact they've both got hair. You wondered what I was going to say then, didn't you?
Yeah, they've both got long hair. Yeah.
So I think Matthew may realize this point. There are too many referees around the ring prying eyes. You know, it took a bit of a disadvantage, really.
Oh yeah, true. That was terrible for Tasha. That was definitely an advantage for Gisele there. Definitely. I agree. Actually, just a quick one. I'll go back to Barry Monkey a second. He's talking about Osbourne saying he looked really good in the ring, but no small thanks to Skyler, who was definitely talking him through the match. Yeah, no, he was. There is no doubt about that. He talked him through part of that match. But then Skyler is a veteran. He's a solid wrestler. He knows what he's doing. So why not?
He'll look out for other talent.
Now, just moving on. The system takes out Mike Santana and leaves him laying in the back.
I didn't know that.
Right before his match with Moose is about to start. So then obviously we get Mike Santana versus Moose, and against his better judgment, Santana comes down to the ring and lays out all members of the system. In the process,
I've heard it went bad match.
It wasn't a bad match. Only to be blindsided from behind Moose after Alicia Edwards distracts him with her assless chaps. I wondered whether you were going to chuckle to that one. Santana won't back down from Moose, hitting him with a rolling buck 50 and spin. The block, somehow Moose kicks out. Ultimately, the damage from the post-match attack and the vicious spear from Moose keeps Santana down for the 3 count. Yeah, so unfortunately he lost that one. It's a real shame because I think that was the only way Mike Santana was going to lose to Moose, was if they took him out.
He's got that determination. That burning determination is not going to be put out easily.
No, I mean, Mike is a badass. It's a way of giving him a loss without actually him looking weak. So I'm cool with it, and it was nice to get him in the ring with the system. So it was good. Now, right when it looked like the system was about to attack Mike Santana post-match, Joe Hendry's music hit. And he storms the ring with a chair, clearing it out. He takes the mic and tells JDC and Moose they'll face off with none other than the Hardys next week on TNA Impact.
Wonderful!
Well done. So that was going to be, I think that's going to be a cracking match as well. And again, we get to see the Hardy Boys back in action.
And then Moose destroyed that the best crowd sign ever made as he's walking out the ring.
That was a great sign.
Yeah. That's brilliant, and it's been reborn when he brought it to NXT.
Yeah, man.
And, but Moose destroyed the first one. I was so sad to see that sign getting destroyed.
It was great. I love that sign. Definitely. Right, a fired up Jody Threat talks to Danny Lunar about Militia being cheaters. Danny tells her they didn't go through everything they have to not become Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and they dare Militia to try again. So it was quite a cool little promo there. Jordan Grace addresses the actions of Ash Boy Elegance and tells her if she wants a fight, she's damn well going to get one.
Don't piss off the Juggernaut.
Oh, no. So, let's get some no holds barred going on, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah. Lumberjack rules. That's what I want. A lumberjack match. That's what we haven't had one of them for ages. We need a lumberjack match. Get all the knockouts around the ring. Ash and Jordan in there. Tie up fucking whatever his face is, the concierge dude. George Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give him to Rosemary.
Stick him in a cage. Stick him in a cage at the side. We'll have him in a cage. Lock him in.
Have him in a cage above the ring and have them fight over whoever wins gets to keep him.
Yes. Gets a concierge.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So they did that on AEW a couple of years ago, so they can do it in TNA.
Yeah, why not? Anyway, we then get an X Division Ultimate X qualifier. So we get Ace Austin versus Jason Hotch versus Rich Swann. And after another evenly matched and fast-paced match, Jason Hotch, with a little help of his friend, picks up a win to earn a place at Emergence in the Ultimate X match. Now, do you know what, right? I couldn't give a fuck how Jason Hotch won.
Yeah, he deserved it.
He deserves a crack. He deserves a crack at this. I'm a massive Jason Hotch fan. I wish they'd give him a little bit more time to promo because he's really good on the mic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pleased for Jason Hotch. I think this is fantastic.
I was cheering like bloody mad. It was so good. And it was a fantastic match too. It was just so good to see Jason Hotch getting the win.
Absolutely. A really good
And
match.
it also sets up First Class versus ABC as well, given how AJ Francis got involved in this match as well. So,
Exactly. Paul Matthewson. Oh God, did Teddy Long not go in a small cage when? Oh yeah, when Doom were fighting. That's true. That is true. There you go. Oh, the memories. Santana. Oh my God, Santino. Sultanas. No, Santino is in the back with Matt Cardona, who finally signs the contract to face PCO at Emergence. I have a funny feeling he's going to sign with TNA as well. However, Santino agrees to make a match next week between Matt Cardona, SDL, and a mystery partner versus PCO's wedding party. Right. This one was weird. I couldn't... Matt Cardona basically twisted it around to get SDL into his team as opposed to PCO's team.
Yeah.
And then Santano kind of walks away feeling like he's got a win.
Santino took, I don't know what, none.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how that... It was really weird. So I remember, I thought that was really odd, the way that sort of kind of came about. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see who the mystery partner is going to be. Lots of people are saying Mance Warner. I don't know whether we know who that mystery partner is going to be. I don't. But who knows? I know someone would be very excited if it was Mance Warner.
Yeah, PCO would be very, very happy.
I think Craig would be very happy too.
Yeah.
We want to see Mance Warner in TNA, don't you, bub?
Oh mate, if he turns up, it's going to be absolute carnage. And one match that I would put in TNA would be a barbed wire massacre between Mance Warner and Sam Callahan.
Oh,
that's just a dream match.
Yes,
that's just a dream match.
That would be good. Okay, we then get to the world title match. Josh Alexander versus Nick Nemeth. So Josh Alexander takes control of the match from the jump off. Nemeth finds small openings, but continues to be beaten down by. But hang on, that don't make sense. We continue to be beaten down by the wanted man. Nemeth eventually reverses multi-German suplexes into one of his own, following up with multiple elbow drops, but Josh kicks out. The match ends in a draw when both Nemeth and Alexander exchange pins, and Nemeth lands Danger Zone, seemingly about to win by pinfall, but the clock strikes 30 minutes. Devastated, Nemeth asks for 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes! 5 more minutes!
Susie wanted 5 more minutes, didn't you, Susie dog?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely devastated. 5 more minutes. Josh Alexander refuses and bows out. Match ends in an official draw. Nemeth, frustrated, throws Josh back into the ring, but he is met with a low blow from Josh, who then demands the 5 minutes. The referee refuses, and Josh stands tall to a field of boos before walking out of the impact zone and Impact going off air. So Yeah, the boos that were coming from the
The
crowd,
fans were pissed.
they were proper pissed. Like Josh is definitely gaining some serious heel heat right now, isn't he?
Yeah, they were not happy bunnies.
And in fairness, I mean the match was really good.
Eric Isaac saying hi to Susie. Yes,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the other. This is the other mass dog, Susie Doozy.
Beautiful. She's
Yeah.
beautiful. So I think Josh is really, really creating some serious heel heat right now, which is fantastic because obviously, however this happens, you know, I mean, he's going to get even more heat, I think, when he turns up and prevents Joe from winning the NXT title at No Mercy. I'm pretty convinced that that's going to happen. But I think it was a really good show. Do you agree, guys?
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
It's one. Well, it's the momentum from Summerversary is just ongoing still. It's just not burnt out yet. It's just fantastic.
I think
it's
this
making
is the
Emergence.
best run of about 4 or 5 shows that I've seen
Yeah,
in a while. Like each show seems to be good.
yeah.
Like I didn't think last week was quite as good as this week, but the week before that I thought was as good as this week. If you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it was.
But even then, last week it didn't burn out completely. You know, the week before
No.
it didn't-
It was still a good show. It was
Yeah,
still a really good show.
It didn't like dry up completely,
Yeah.
and everything just felt and then suddenly, wow! It was like this is so good. She's still raring and waiting for the next week or whatever.
I am. I'm really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Now, talking about tomorrow, let's talk about what we've got to come. So we've got the Hardys versus Moose and JDC. Moose. And JDC. So that should be pretty cool. Looking forward to that one. We've got Cardona SDL mystery partner versus PCO Zaya Brookside, and of course Rhino. We've got Rosemary against an assless chaps, Alicia Edwards.
Hopefully she sends her to the realm.
Undead Realm. Yeah, get rid of her.
Yeah.
Send Alicia to the Undead Realm.
no, don't be so
See you,
harsh to the
bye.
Hardcore Queen.
I know how much you love her.
Team Lish all the way.
God dear, I sounded very West Country right then.
I didn't want to say
No,
nothing.
he's
No, I thought you were
It is,
competing.
but huge. Oh,
Rosemary
yeah.
fan. Rosemary is my favourite knockout, but I'm Team Lish as well.
It's like matey from Fast Show. This week I'll be most wearing assless chaps.
yeah. My trousers are going to be held up by a piece of string. I will mostly be eating beef roots. Ultimate X qualifier.
Everyone's talking about asses. My dog just laid down with his tail in the air, and all you can see is his ass coming down as he's sliding onto the floor.
Yeah, man. So we've got another Ultimate X qualifier. Now, this one is an interesting one. Am I wrong? Is this Kushida's first one? I thought he was in one of the first ones.
He was in an Ultimate X last year, I'm sure.
I thought he was in an Ultimate X qualifier. Is this?
He was
I'm
in
wrong.
one. He wasn't one before, I'm sure. Not from this year. But
I thought he was. I honestly thought he was. I thought he was in one of the first ones, but I'm obviously wrong. So Hammerstone versus Kushida versus Kazarian.
That's a hell of a match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling it's going to be Hammerstone.
I hope so. I think that he's come back from injury and that now, and he needs to go on a bit of a run, doesn't he?
I
But,
don't know. I
like,
just don't see him in the X division though. I just don't see him. He's not like Brian Cage was X division, but Hammerstone's not as agile as Brian Cage.
You don't think?
Hammerstone hit the reset button like Bobby Lashley did.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe. I just don't think he's quite as explosive as Brian Cage. Like for me, Brian Cage in the ring is awesome. Brian Cage as a character and as a promo guy is terrible.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why he doesn't go any further than where he is.
I got to be honest. If you like Brian Cage, don't watch any of his time in AEW. He's just Mr. Botch. He's just so bad.
Really?
He's lost his way. They ended up putting him on, if I remember rightly, because I watched AEW for a little bit. I'm sorry, I did watch it for a bit when it first started out on that. And he was part of Team Taz.
Right, yeah, that's right. I saw that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple other guys, something Starks, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but he was part of like a 3-way tag team sort of thing. And then like when he'd have solo matches, like he was just so bad. So bad. Like he was missing spots and like, you know, it was terrible. But in a bittersweet way, I was kind of looking at him and I was just like, thank God that's there and not here. I mean,
yeah, but do you not think that it takes two? I mean, you're saying he's missing spots, but maybe, you know.
No, but I mean like a power bomb and you pick them up and you're not like holding them properly and all that. Like it was just sloppy, man. He's lost. Honestly,
really?
I just think he's lost his way.
Okay, okay, cool. I'm down with that. I don't really
there
want
we
to.
go. Thank you, son. Thank you, Slower.
What?
He's
Ricky
just said
Stark.
it was. And Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, what's it, mate? He said there. Mia says Ricky Tony Khan doesn't use me Starks. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just the. But the thing is, just like I feel like there's a lot of that roster who are in their best years, best physique and stuff like that, and they're just happy to take the money and sit on the shelf. They're just going to be forgotten about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't understand why anybody at the minute is wanting to sign with that company. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money they're wanting to give you. If you want to have a career in this business, why would you currently now go to AEW?
Yeah,
yes, he's going to pay you a lot of money.
Yeah,
but he's going to pay you a lot of money to sit at home, not build a legacy, not build any body of work for anyone, any other promotion. Like, you know, later on in life, once you've sat out that contract, who's going to sign you?
Yeah.
Nobody. Nobody's going to sign you because you didn't do anything where you were. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's just my thought. And if they did sign you, it'd be a very weak contract. So I don't know. But there you go. So then we've also got Gujar versus Jay Vidal versus
Gooch.
Well, both. So we got Gujar, Jay Vidal, and Laredo Kid. So all three of those guys coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, talking about people who aren't used very often. Do you know what? Out of that match there, though, I'm most excited to see Jay Vidal because he's just honest. He's so funny to watch. The kid can wrestle. Yeah. But he's just got that like camp thing about him, and he just like he
knows how to portray that and really use that to his character.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic wrestler, and I can see Laredo Kid winning this match. But if I was to pick a preference, I would like to see Whipinder Gujar win and go through to Ultimate X.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I think it'll be Laredo Kid. I'll be honest. I think it'll be Laredo.
Yeah, mind you, Laredo's just had his run with the title, hasn't he? So
but have you seen his shape he's in right now?
He's in incredible
shape.
shape.
Yeah, but he can go
he's in the
AAA
best shape. He's in the best shape of his career now. I'm telling you, he looks incredible.
But then, like, to have Mr. Boopy Gooch quoting GMA there when they had the walk around, Boopy Gooch, he's come back. Or if if he's coming back for like the long term, because I know he was doing something with Can-Am Wrestling with Scott D'Amore, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he's like, get Boopy Gooch back, and like I remember when they announced that he was like, I'm going to be a future champion. That was like one of those awkward promos. One of those like there's so many awkward promos for Impact. Like, do you remember Christopher Daniels come back and done a promo and then disappeared off the face of the earth again?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what? Why do this to yourself? I'm still waiting for Sami Callihan to be 2023 world champion. Love these little promos. Do you know what I mean? But Bhupinder would be mint, and like Slummers just said, it's got to be Bhupinder with the Indian TV audience in mind. We've just done that deal as well, haven't we?
That's true. That is true. So maybe that's again why Boopy's back.
Boopy Gooch.
Boopy Gooch. I'm hoping that I'm now that they, like you say, they've signed that Indian deal. Maybe this is a time to bring in whatever his name is, the guy that's the Maharaja, whatever his name is.
Mahabali Shira.
Yeah, Mahabali Shira. No, not Mahabali Shira. No, we don't want the Indian lioness. No, we don't want him.
Yeah, we do. Come on.
The Indian lioness.
Are you on about in about Jinder Mahal.
Yes. Whatever his new
Yeah.
name is now. Isn't it Summit Desi or something? There's something Desi in it, I think.
There's Lynham.
Desi Lynham. Desi Lynham. It could be. It could be. Okay, so and we've also got Charlie Dempsey versus Gresham. But the
That's gonna
question
be
here
good.
is, are we going to get the Jonathan Gresham that we had last week or the week before, or are we going to get the masked Jonathan Gresham? What are we going to get?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're still going to get face Gresham for now.
You
But
reckon?
this is going to be a technical masterpiece. This match I'm really looking forward to this.
I think so,
Yeah.
because we all know that Charlie Dempsey is obviously the son of William Regal,
Yeah.
who was himself a technical master. So it will be interesting to see how Charlie gets on against Gresham. I think it's probably going to be a pretty good match, to be fair. Oh,
Yeah.
what's going on there?
Sorry, I pressed something.
Okay, cool. I thought it might have been your version of Joe Hendry's theme tune.
Do you know what? I still haven't uploaded that. I need to get that
mate,
done. I've completely
you do.
forgot.
You need to upload it, man.
Yeah.
We
What are we
need to
doing it
upload
on? So I'll do it on TikTok. Do you know what? I'll do it all at once. I'll do it TikTok, Twitter, or X, and I'll stick. Well, it's on Facebook. It's doing the rounds on Facebook already. But
Right, well, get it up on
I'll
those.
make it look I'll do it as a Facebook reel, and I'll make it public in that, so everyone can share it
Yeah,
and stuff. So
and put
if
TNI
you see something,
put TNI all over it as well.
yeah,
Yeah, cool, good man.
yeah.
Right, okay. That's all we got time for this week, guys.
Woohoo!
Also, if you want to show your support for TNI UK team, please feel free to super sticker us or head over to prowrestlingtees.com/total nonstop impact for some great t-shirts, or head over to our exclusive Spreadshirt merch store. Links, of course, are below. Don't forget, of course, to support Sue Young while she's recovering from injury or concussion. She's had stitches. She's got a fractured skull, black eyes. She's in a bit of a mess, and so it will be good if you guys could show her some support. Obviously, like I said before, the links below to her big cartel shop and, of course, her GoFundMe page are below and will be added in the comments directly after the show. So make sure you go and do that. All TNI shows are, of course, available to all you Listen on the Go fans as audio only by SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite shows. We are there. And again, very much appreciated, Somerset Slammer. Very much appreciated.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
Oh, I had to go and drop it before we do all this, didn't I? You can find me on Twitter at JOK Empty Space. You can jump onto YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Look for hashtag Empty Space, hashtag Into the Void, or prevented to tickle your taste buds and your sense of humor, hashtag Daily Giggle. But approach with an open mind and just might keep your sanity.
Sanity! What about yourself, Limpster? Your local nightclub?
No, I'm certainly keeping my sanity. You can find me on Facebook, Instanet, and X. No, sorry, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok is LimpstarUK. On X, I'm still Network Stooge. I still haven't changed it. I will one day, I promise. I'm pointing at it, so if you're watching, it's that stuff there. If you're listening, then I've just said it.
Cool. And of course, if you want to follow TNI on the socials, we are at We Talk Impact on everything. So Facebook, Instanet, and of course X, or I don't know what you want to Twitter, whatever you're calling it. We are
Twitter
there at We Talk Impact. Please go and give us a follow. We do appreciate it. Find me at Lord Bison 45 on the X. Suck it. Yeah, go and check me out on the X. That's where I do most of my wrestling talk. If you want to follow me on TikTok at Bison by Design, you can find me there. I've uploaded quite a few videos this week, so go and check it out. I'm starting to build some bulk, guys. So definitely worth going and checking those vids out. If you want to follow my fitness journey, then go and check me out on TikTok. That again, my following is gradually growing on there, so I do appreciate you all. Please take the time to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up. And if you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Of course, to the very, and I mean this, the very best TNA related channel on the planet today. Make sure you go and subscribe. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, or of course a smash to never miss any of the great content coming out from the UK and of course US teams each and every single week. With all that said, I've been Bison and they have been the Joker and the Limpster, and this has been episode 195 of Impacted. Take care, everyone.
Coming down to 200, guys. Coming down to 200.
Yeah.